Give me silver. Pretty please. Give me silver! Ugh. Okay, this is driving me crazy. I am 6 boxes in on quarters. I have gone through probably almost as many dimes through that time period. And then I've gone through a bunch of course, nickels and tons of pennies. Those, of course, aren't going to give me silver. But the quarter boxes are really driving me crazy. I've had a few boxes that have given me absolutely nothing. Like I haven't pulled a single quarter out of the box. It's starting to drive me a little bit nuts, obviously. So here I am. I am down to voodoo magic and just yelling at my box to give me silvers. So I did go through this box and take a look, but I didn't see anything that really jumped out at me. There's obviously a bunch of clear plastic rolls. I looked through a bunch of them. I didn't see any silver and nothing on the ends. But we will do as we always do. We'll start here with the first roll and we'll see what happens. So I will bring you in if I find anything. All right.
What you mean when you say you a new height? What you mean when you play like all night? Nightlife is a highlight. I'm a fly guy, this is skyline. I don't got the time for my problems. I got the time to dissolve them. Music is my oxygen, I'm breathing, no stopping. You remember my oxygen, the music when it's dropping. Some of these vibes provided in these lines. I am trying to design the rhyme, checking my mind. Music be described, I got ahead of my time. Deeply prescribed, cause I feed it for those lines. Money ain't nothing, you turn it into something. I'm standing for the money, make you look real funny. Put my own name in discussion, I'm a hustler. Working real hard to show you that I'm coming, Let me tell you that it's going.
Roll 9, and we have a couple finds here. So I got a really nice looking 1999 from August. It's in great shape. There's lots of gloss on there. Looks almost near mint. Belt uncirculated anyway. So I'll hang on to that. They're not particularly common or particularly uncommon. They're about, I think about 35 million of them minted. So, but it's a nice looking one, and it's I'll hang on to it. I did get also a Manitoba from the 1992 series, so I'll hang on to that one as well. And then I did get one out of the second roll. I lost the footage on it, unfortunately, but there was a whole roll of 1999s, and I pulled out a September out of that one. So that's it. All right, on to the next. All right, so very next roll, and I actually started to dump this out, and I wish I'd looked at the end before I did that, because as I started to dump it out, I don't know if you can make it out there, but I think that's silver right on the end. I wish I'd looked in there, but I'm positive that's silver. Yeah. Ah, it's Bobcat. So one of the commemorative quarters, they're 50% silver. And yeah, that would have been kind of cool if I'd taken a second to look in the end of the roll. But there we go. Silver. It worked. All you got to do is beat your box up and it will work. All right. We now have the strategy for future silver. Roll 11, and I just thought I'd bring you in here really quickly. I did find another roll. So obviously it was right above roll 1. And they're all these 2000 commemorative quarters, and they're not in great shape. Well, they're in okay shape, but nothing too spectacular. Mintage is fairly high on these, so not going to worry about keeping any of them, but I just thought I'd let you know. All right, moving on. Roll 12, and we got more of this collection dump. So this has actually got some interesting stuff in it. There are these ones I'm not keeping. There was a whole stack of the 1973 mounted commemorative quarters, the 100-year anniversary. I checked them all. They are all the small bust, so I won't be keeping any of those. There were none here even that were in really nice shape, and they're fairly common realistically, so not something I'm going to keep. There are some of the Legendary Nature series. They're all kind of, you know, above average, so they're not great, they're not perfect, but I will hang on to those. And then there was a whole stack of the Arctic Expedition series. So there are 2 different variants. I don't know if that shows up well enough on camera. I think so there. So you can see the one on the left has the frosting on the Explorers and the one on the right does not. So I just pulled out the 2 nicest of the bunch. I don't know if they're going to make the cut. It's not like there's a lot of demand for them, but I might just hang on to those. And then I did the same thing with the whales. So we've got a whole stack of them here, and we've got 2 that were in really nice shape. And they actually show you the difference between the 2. Roll 19, and we've got a couple of finds here. I actually haven't even finished going through the roll. I just got to the second one. I thought I'd pull you in. So the first thing I found was the women's hockey colored quarter. So that was kind of cool to get. It's in reasonable shape. And then we got a 2017 in really nice shape, actually. It's in very good condition. You see the obverse there. It's Lots of luster left on there, so that's awesome. It's a two good find. So this box, I'm going to beat up my boxes more often. That seemed to work. I have to be honest, though, I did do the exact same thing to the last box that I hunted, and I got nothing. Very next roll. So roll 20, and I just started to dump this out, and I saw this one. Now, it could be one of these coins that are kind of washed and they get discolored, but that looks like it might be silver to me. So let's finish dumping this. I was almost to the end anyway, by the looks of it, yeah. And let's see. Oh, yeah, that's definitely silver. 1964. Cool. Well, beating up my box seemed to work this time. So, yeah, that's awesome. That's second silver. That's 80% silver. Happy to find that. We got 2 silver in this box. We got a really nice colored coin. The women's hockey is decent as well. There's only about 3 million of those that were made. Roll 21, and we're back around here on this end of the box where all of those rolls with commemorative quarters were, and sure enough, this roll is full of them as well. Wasn't going to bring you in, but it's kind of neat to see all those pink ribbons there. That is the commemorative quarters from 2006. We also had a whole bunch of the Acadia ones in here, and there's also some bravery and a random War of 1812. But there's nothing here that I really want, so I just thought I'd bring you in because I thought it was neat. So, all right, on to the next roll. Roll 22, and I'm kind of laughing here as I'm looking through these coins. So sure enough, this is another roll of commemorative quarters. There's a few here I'm not keeping, but most of them were the 92 series, the Province series, and I do keep those. I will maybe pick out the best, but for now I just kind of stack them up here. And so we got 10 British Columbia, 2 Saskatchewan. There's 8 of the New Brunswick, which are supposed to be more rare than others. There is some debate about that, but supposedly they're down around 3 million or so of these that were minted. But I'll be honest, I probably find just as many of them as I find any of the others. 4 of the Newfoundland ones there. And I was laughing because this box I actually picked up with the intention of doing a streamer battle with North Central Coins this weekend. So had we used this box for that battle, I would have crushed you. I'll probably get nothing in the next box when we do our battle next weekend. But anyway, it just struck me as I was going through this. Roll 29, and we have another find here. So we have a men's hockey from 2009, the colored version. This is not the rare of the two. So the Raise 2 version is the one you're looking for, has about mintage of about 200,000. This one is about 2.8 million. Still, that's pretty nice. That's a fairly low mintage, and you don't find them very often. I'll just pop that up on there so you can see what I'm talking about. So the 2 in the hockey player's leg on this one is embedded into the leg. The Raise 2 version, it is stamped on top of the leg. So that's what you're looking for to tell the difference between the two. And still happy to find that, and we'll add it to the collection up here with the women's hockey. All right, back up here on this side again, and we're getting back into some of these commemorative rolls. And I dumped this out, and I could see some stuff peeking out, so I thought I'd better bring you in before I start going through this. So, Freedom there, Natural Legacy, and then now we're into a couple of these. Oh, I'm going to switch hands because I know that puts it out of focus. A couple of the dual poppy ones, both pretty decent shape. So whoever was dumping this was not being overly selective by the looks of it. Just getting rid of it all. I would keep that if it was a little bit nicer. It's got some wear on it, and I've got some pretty nice examples of this 2008 Armistice Poppy, so I have all the examples of that I want. This one's a little bit nicer. Still got a bit of wear on it, but you know what? I'll set that one aside. I'll keep that one. And more. So that was what I saw first, was that other double poppy, so I'll set that one up there as well. Yeah, there's not a lot of value in any of these, to be honest, but at some point there might be. So I'm going to hang on to the more unusual ones, and I'll set that up with the rest of the collection. Well, we're still in them. So this is roll, what is that, 32, and another stack of commemorative quarters. So there's a bunch of these Saskatchewan ones from 2005. And there's a couple here that are in pretty nice shape. Actually, that one's really in great shape. Yeah, I'll set it aside, but I have a bunch that were in really good shape. I don't think I'm going to keep more than a couple of those anyway. And then there was a whole bunch from the 92 series, the province series, so Manitoba, Quebec, and Yukon. Roll 40, and I have another find here. So we do have another 1992 New Brunswick. So these are supposed to be the ones that are a little bit more rare. This is actually in pretty nice shape. And I do have a bunch right here. Um, I don't know. I'm not convinced that they're more rare than the others, but that seems to be the consensus amongst others, that these were a lower mintage run. Well, we're getting to the end. We are on roll 47. Yeah, 47. And we've got a couple more finds here. So we did find a pretty nice looking 2008 Armistice Poppy. It's in pretty decent condition, so I will keep that. You can see when I was kind of waffling on this other guy, I put them side by side, and there's definitely a difference between them. So as a matter of fact, I think I've got lots of good ones. Just going to keep that one. And I'll keep this as well, the Legendary Nature. It is, again, a little borderline, but I will go through. I'm building up quite a stack of them, and I'll just keep the best as I go. Probably going to keep a roll of each. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I didn't bring you in on some of the other ones. I did, as I came back around here to the top here, more of these Commemorative Quarters and complete rolls of them. So I've pretty much got the rest of this series. All of the provinces and the 2 territories here now. So I got some pretty decent stacks of them all. Again, going to go through afterwards. I'll cull out all the kind of rough looking ones and just keep the best as I go forward here. So, all right, that's the last roll, and this was the 4th last coin in the last roll. And this, my friends, is my favorite of the colored quarters. It is a beauty. It's in decent shape. I love this quarter. It looks just so awesome. They've done such a great job on it. And yeah, that was kind of cool. As I said, it was the 4th last one. I was just sitting right there. And I am happy to end this hunt off with that. So awesome. What a run. Look at those. That is pretty amazing. All right, let's just move this stuff out of here. And might as well do the recap now, so you can see what we have picked up here. Let's pull these 2 silver out. But yeah, we've got an entire run of the 1992 provincials. I'm getting a bit of glare off the light there. But you can see I just put them in order because I'm a little anal that way. BC, we got Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Newfoundland, Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, and then the 2 territories, Yukon and Northwest Territories. And of course, this all came out before Nunavut was a territory. Of course, we've got this new one we just picked up here, the Poppy from 2015, is it? I don't remember. Yeah, 2015. We also got a 2017 colored quarter, which is also, we're not aware of what the mintage is, but it appears to be rather low. And we got some other colored quarters up here as well. So the 2008 Poppy, the 2010 double Poppy, and the men's and women's hockey colored. I got kind of a nice Saskatchewan one there. Whether I keep that or not, I haven't decided. And we got some from the 1999 series as well. And then we got some Legendary Nature ones. And then of course those were right at the beginning, the 2 versions of the enameled whale and the Arctic expedition. So all in all, that is a pretty good hunt. I'll take it. And of course, the 2 silver, which I didn't really go back over again, but we got one 50% and one 80% silver quarter. Finally got some silver. The bust is over, so that's great. Hopefully we get something like that in the next box. Can you imagine if I had had this box when I was doing the streamer battle with North Central Coins? What an amazing box this would have been. Anyway, hopefully we get something like this for the next box next week. This is February 7th, so if you guys are confused, I do record these quite a bit ahead of time. I've got a bit of a backlog of videos, so this one will come out in a few months, probably, or a month and a half. And yeah, it'll all make sense then. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I do really enjoy you guys following along with me. And this was a great hunt. A lot of fun. See you next time. Take care.